Hey guys, what's up? It's Kelsey here and welcome to my channel. Chances are you've just clicked on a link that someone you know has sent to you to explain what fingerboarding is. Maybe they're just starting and this is the easier way for them to explain it. Whatever your reason, glad you're here. Now let's get into this. What is fingerboarding? Why would you fingerboard? Why just what? By definition, fingerboarding, I would say, is simulating skateboard tricks using your fingers. Now you're going to use your index finger and your middle finger. Those are your legs or whatever you want to call it. I would say that fingerboarding is a hobby, although that's not entirely the word that I would use, because for fingerboarding it means different things to different people. For some people it's just skateboarders, that's their main thing is skateboarding, and when the weather is bad outside they'll stay inside and fingerboard. Now for other people it may be more of a hobby where you do it every few days and you practice whenever you don't have anything else to do. Now I know it might be hard to believe for you guys, but fingerboarding is actually a lifestyle for a lot of people. It's their job. There's some people out there who spend their entire day focused around fingerboarding. I mean, sure, they take breaks or whatever, but that's their job. They make the deck or the wheels or the trucks or whatever their company makes. That's what they spend doing. That's how they make a living. There are plenty of people around the world that make their living fingerboarding, which is so cool, and I could talk about that forever, but we have to move on. So what seems to happen every time I tell someone that I fingerboard is they're like, oh, so you tech deck. I'm like, no. So tech decking is, if you don't know what a tech deck is, it's a $3 plastic version of a fingerboard made in China. They're machine made, mass produced. Blah blah blah. They sell them in Target, so a lot of people know what tech decks are and not what fingerboards are. I would say a tech deck is a kind of fingerboard, but a fingerboard is definitely not a kind of tech deck. Some people will actually take offense if you say, oh, you're a tech deck, or like you tech deck. It's sometimes a derogatory term, which I'm not gonna get into, but fingerboarding is different in that the board itself, mostly everything is handmade, so it's very expensive. The cheapest kind that are like semi-machine made are about $20, and then they range upwards from there. I think $160 is the most one of my fingerboards is, like this one. So the more money you spend, the better quality the fingerboard is. They really last forever, and personally I have no problem spending that kind of money because I know it supports people. This is their job and that's what they do, like I said before, so I don't have a problem with it. But I mean, some people might, but that's what I think is cool about fingerboarding, is that not everything is super cheap to get. So it, like, at least when I was little, I would always say, okay, Christmas, you know, my birthday, I'll save money, I'll get my ramp that I really want. And so to parents out there, I think it teaches like kids responsibility. I mean, obviously I'm 16, I'm not a parent, like I don't know anything, but I feel like having to save up towards a goal is good for kids to learn. You know, never mind, moving on. My final thing to say on the what of fingerboarding is actually a lot harder than it looks. I'm sort of addressing the initial reactions that I've received to fingerboarding over the past, and they're like, oh, that's so dumb, why do you do that? But it's actually like very gratifying when you learn a new trick and you can land it consistently. Like, that is one of the best feelings. I don't know why. There's all this physics and stuff involved in fingerboarding, exactly like skateboarding. You know, you have to pop it and jump at the split second at the right time. And most of the time when I give someone a fingerboard for the first time, this is what it looks like. Now there's no fingerboard Wikipedia page, but as far as I know, fingerboarding was started somewhere around 2000 when some skateboarders, the weather wasn't very nice, so they figured, hey, let's make a little fingerboard and I can practice that way, or, you know, I have no idea. But basically it's really big in Germany around Berlin and Schwarzenbach, as well as North Andover / Dracut area in Massachusetts. That's where Flatface owner Mike Schneider lives, and then in Germany is where Black River and Berlinwood are based out of. In my opinion, Flatface, Black River, and Berlinwood is who should be credited with really starting fingerboarding and helping it to grow like it has. I know in Black River they started Fast Fingers, and there's events in that area. And then Mike Schneider in Massachusetts, who owns Flatface, has hosted over 25 fingerboard events. So if you've never heard of fingerboarding, chances are anyone you could ask doesn't know about it either. There's a very small community. If I had to guess, I'd say probably 100,000 people all over the world do it. So if you know a fingerboarder, that's pretty lucky. Because there's such a small fingerboarding community, we like to have events. So personally, I host 2 events. I host one where I live in Houston, Texas, and then I host one where I go on vacation in the summer in Ulster, England. It's called Stonehouse Sesh, and the one I have here is called Texas Fingerboard Rendezvous. Now, check my channel. There's a bunch of videos all about those. So we have those 2, as well as the Flat Face Rendezvous in Drake, Massachusetts. There's lots in California. Some of the main ones are Sorry for Fingerboarding in Huntington Beach and SoCal G8 Sesh in Fullerton, California. Quite honestly, there is nothing to me like going to a fingerboard event. They generally last 6 hours, and it's just so fun to get to finally meet someone with a common interest that you share with them, and to just talk about all these fingerboard things and all the fingerboard drama and what products they like and what someone else likes or why they don't. It's so cool getting to have those conversations with people, and that's why I like to go to events, and that's why I host them, so that it can bring people together. When you're at a fingerboard event, you're not going to be on Instagram. You're going to be fingerboarding and talking to people, meeting new people, and that's one thing that I've gained through fingerboarding, is the ability to talk to all different kinds of people, which I'll touch on later. If you have any possibility of going to a fingerboard event, if you know of one in your area, like, try your best and go to that event, because it means a lot to the person hosting the event, like myself, and also I promise you'll have fun no matter what. So you might be wondering who is actually doing the fingerboarding. I don't know if you were wondering that, but I'm gonna tell you. Just like in skateboarding, the community is mostly male, ranging from ages about 8 to 30-ish, I would say. If I had to guess, I think I've seen or met, you know, like maybe 20 girls that fingerboard other than myself. There are a few YouTube content creators for fingerboarding like myself, as well as Mike Schneider. I know I've mentioned him a lot, but he's pretty big in fingerboarding. And then also my friend Jeremy, who I've done some videos with in the past. His username is Chubby Muffin, and our channels are about equivalent in, you know, like video quality, all the videos and subscribers and whatnot. There is a very big scene currently. It used to be on YouTube, but the scene has sort of moved over to Instagram and Instagram video and Instagram live stream. Lots and lots of fingerboarders on Instagram. My Instagram has about 20,000 followers as of right now. If you're getting into fingerboarding, I'd recommend making an Instagram and just posting some pictures of your fingerboard, or pictures of tricks that you've done, and some clips and edits and whatever you want to do. I just recommend getting an Instagram. It's really easy to communicate with other fingerboarders out there. When I first started fingerboarding, I really wanted to own a company. I don't know why, but it just sounded kind of appealing to me. So I started making fingerboards. It's not hard to make a fingerboard, but it is extremely difficult to make a good quality fingerboard, which is why there are so many fingerboard companies, but so few that are very prominent, like popular, and make good quality products. And I shouldn't say there are a few, because by a few you probably think like maybe 10. There are a lot more. There are a ton of companies that make great products. So personally, as of right now, I'm sponsored by 3 companies. I'm sponsored by Teak Tuning, I'm on the Black River Flow team, and I'm on the Whoop Sofa. And basically what a sponsorship means is that you get free products made by those companies, and they send it to you to have and use and promote. There's no like money exchange really in fingerboarding, because it's not that big of an industry to be able to give away money like that. So that's the whole thing with all my unboxings that I do on this channel. A lot of companies like to send me their products, and I review them and kind of show them to everyone, but I'm not necessarily sponsored by all those companies, just those 3 that I mentioned. Why even fingerboard? What is the point? Why not do any other number of things? Why not skateboard? Well, I don't know. I just know that I love fingerboarding. I'm so passionate about it, and that's why I still do this. Personally, I've traveled to California for an event, to Massachusetts for an event, I've gone to England and did my own, and then I've gone to Germany and I've visited the Black River store. That's one thing. Fingerboarding is mostly online, so that one store in Germany is really special to fingerboarders. With fingerboarding and everything I do comes a lot of other stuff, like this filming here right now, the lighting behind you. I'm gonna have to edit this video later. Learning all of that, as well as like having to communicate with people that I've never met before, and guys that are twice my age or maybe half my age, and going to these events and making connections with people and just becoming friends with people all over the country. It's really something that I never thought that I would ever be able to get to do. I think I don't even want to know how much I talk about fingerboarding. The total amount of hours that I've talked about fingerboarding, including these videos, could be more than anyone can handle and more than anyone wants to know. So I'm gonna end it here. Thank you guys for watching this video. I hope I shed some light on what fingerboarding is. Maybe, hopefully now you'll understand. Probably not. It's very confusing and it's hard to explain. And I just hope that you guys will stick around, subscribe down below, and like this video if you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions. If I can't answer it, I'm sure someone else reading those comments can probably answer them for you. I just say that fingerboarding is an incredible opportunity for anyone who's passionate about it. If you're in it just for the sponsorships or whatever, you're really not going to go far. You have to actually love doing it and love progressing and learning new things from it. And yeah, it's just been great. So I hope you guys will pick it up or support whoever you know who's doing it. Thank you for watching again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.